Today on Eagle Nation News, it looks like our show is full of ambition. First up, student athletes just signed to play their respective sport at the college level. Shemaya Landor swings into these students' next chapter. Next up, DECA just nominated 2 students as rising stars. Maddie Kep looks into what this means for Gayatri Varakuti. And finally, the camera crew for football games is a key part of the experience. Look behind the scenes with Zane Jahangiri. All of this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News.
Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. I'm Imogen Perez.
And I'm Callie Swick, bringing this week's news. ENN starts right now.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us here again at Studio 301. Today is Friday, November 15th. It's starting to get chilly this week with today's high at 71 and a low 43. You can expect clear skies all day with humidity up to 83%.
You know, it's a beautiful day today and the perfect time to be outside, which is exactly what our floral class is doing. Nuala Adams is right behind the ENN studio where they're planting the moon tree. Nuala?
Thanks, Callie. As you can see, right behind me, the moon tree is finally being planted. So, Yusuf and Sophia, what are you guys most excited for it finally being here?
I think it's cool that something contributing towards the research of life on moon is here in Prosper and at our school. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
And what has been your favorite part of the process?
My favorite part would have been learning about how long it was around the moon, which was I think 25 days, and just the whole planting process is really fun.
So if you guys are around this area by the back of the cafeteria, make sure to come and check it out. And with that, back to you guys at the desk.
It really is just so awesome to see how we have something special like this at our high school.
Of course, it deserves to be at the best school in the nation.
Also happening this week, Prosper hosted a special event dedicated to committed seniors. Shemaya Landor signs off on this story of these athletes' next step.
Many students have one goal throughout their whole life: to graduate and make it to their dream college. These athletes recently attended an event that would change their life forever.
It's a special event, and it's kind of a pride thing for me. It makes me proud of the young men that I coach and that they achieve their dreams of playing at the next level.
Signing Day gives a chance for senior athletes to showcase their dedication and grit throughout the years that they've been playing their sport.
The mental part of it, it's made me mentally stronger a lot. You know, baseball is a game of failure. You fail 7 out of 10 times and you're a pretty successful hitter. And there's no other sport that you fail 7 out of 10 times and you're good at what you do.
Signing Day is a celebration that includes family, friends, and even scouts for the athletes' college.
The next phase on what we're trying to do is get them ready for what they're actually doing today. So we're trying to get them ready to go into college and be successful. So looking at those steps and trying to allow them to grow over the next couple months to where that process from high school to college is going to be easier for them. It's not going to be hard.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Shemaya Landor.
There will be a second signing day in the spring celebrating even more special athletes, so keep an eye out for the date.
These athletes have worked so hard for this moment.
Ones they will definitely cherish forever. And speaking of special moments, one popular celebrity just woke up a married man. Don't leave, Talent Talk is next.
Join us for a blood drive on November 21st. It's open to all eligible students. Students 16 years old need a signed permission slip, while those 17 and up can sign up anytime. The drive is in the PHS gym from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
From TV to music, Hollywood has many new announcements.
Isabel Molter is in studio with this week's Talent Talk.
Thanks, Callie. First up, People Magazine's 2024 Sexiest Man Alive was announced on Tuesday, and it is none other than actor and filmmaker John Krasinski, aka Jim Halpert from The Office. When asked about his reaction to claiming this title, Krasinski said it was, quote, just a media blackout, actually zero thoughts. With support from the actor's wife, Emily Blunt, and his 2 daughters, I think this was the perfect choice for this year's winner. And I think it's safe to say my crush on this Dunder Mifflin salesman is definitely resurfacing. And speaking of crushes, the Summer I Turned Pretty star Gavin Castellagno took to Instagram with the hard launch of the year, revealing he is now married to Cheyenne King. The couple posted stunning photos from their ceremony with the caption, "Forever Captivated by You." This announcement totally shocked fans who were not even aware the actor was in a relationship. Regardless, this is great news, and I hope to see the two live happily ever after. Switching over to the music industry, Grammy nominations have just dropped. Although this event is 2 months out, fans are waiting in anticipation for artists such as Sabrina Carpenter, Beyonce, and Chappell Roan in categories like Song, Record, and Album of the Year. I am personally rooting for Sabrina Carpenter to take home lots of gold on music's biggest night. What do y'all think? Back at the desk.
Thanks, Isabel. It was a total shock to hear that Gavin and Shan were married.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to agree with Isabel. I think Sabrina Carpenter should win album of the Year. She has released some great songs.
Definitely, her music is amazing, and now that she's on tour, her music's getting even more popular.
On the topic of traveling, our Mighty Eagle Band is currently competing in nationals.
Gretchen Seipert is in Indianapolis to give us the latest update.
Thanks, Imogen. I'm sitting here at the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, where the Prosper Mighty Eagle Band has just performed for a crowd of over 10,000 people for one of their last performances at Grand Nationals, a huge conference where all the bands of America come together and compete. This is our third time as a 6A band to come here, so it's a huge success in our Prosper history. And with that, I would love to say, go Eagles, and back to you guys at the desk.
We wish our Mighty Eagle Band the best of luck.
Yes, there's no doubt that our band will represent the Prosper High School.
Moving it back into the Metroplex, there's a group at Prosper High School that's putting on their own show.
On Tuesday, 2 students took a powerful step forward. Maddie Kep has all the details on this event.
Here in the school cafeteria, DECA nominated one girl and one boy as Rising Stars. This is a big deal, but also a well-deserved win for Gayatri Varakuti.
For our advisory council, we nominated her as a part of our sophomore quota, and she stood out to us immediately from the resume section. After our current senior who runs social media, we needed someone to step up for that, and she seemed like the perfect candidate. She had a lot of experience, whether it be making flyers or having and managing social media accounts.
Varakuti says that it is an honor to get recognized by the advisory board.
I'm really happy that they thought I was a leader, and for me, it shows kind of like marks that, okay, I kind of did something. I actually had a role in it, and it got recognized, like a sort of validation, and it makes me happy.
Looking back, she reflects on how far she's come in DECA.
Last year, I was like just a member. I barely knew anything that was going on. But here now, I'm like helping make the events, create it, talking with people, competing more, and doing things that actually make me feel like so involved.
Through her DECA work, she aims to make connections with other club members.
She's really good at communicating. We have a chat where easily we can coordinate any events we have or any other tasks that we want to get done. She also reaches out to all our other members currently part of the council. So whether it be freshmen, sophomores, juniors, she easily coordinates those as well. So it's kind of like making a more long-standing effort in maintaining our advisory council.
Going one step at a time, Varakuti has her eyes set on what's next.
Because I've been nominated now, I feel like I have more of a circle and more people that are that support me. Hopefully through this nomination, a lot of people see she's here, I support her, I want her to lead us, and I want to just grow a closer community and in the future be an officer for DECA.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Maddie Kep.
Her first task in this role is to help manage middle school night, which is next week.
Another role Prosper has taken on is leading our sports to the playoffs. Don't Leave Game Time is up next. Here we go! Winter sports are starting and fall sports are still thriving.
Colton Boston is in studio with more.
Thank you, Imogen. Let's start off this week's Game Time strong, starting with boys basketball as they just hit off their season last Friday. They headed off to Lake Dallas for the Lake Dallas Showcase and had a great weekend, winning against Coppell 63-50. The next day, the Eagles faced off against Pascal and came out with a similar result, winning 59-43. However, on Tuesday, the Eagles weren't able to keep their win streak alive, sadly losing to Marcus 65-59. And just yesterday, our boys basketball team hit off the Prosper ISD Classic and absolutely demolished the Byron Nelson Bobcats, winning 61-29. Then, later last night, the Eagles faced off against Royce City Bulldogs, and in the end, it was the Eagles getting their second win of the day, winning 56-52. This win advanced the Eagles to the next round in the tournament, which is being played in just 30 minutes. The Eagles will face off against Denton Braswell in the arena. Good luck to boys basketball as they continue to play in the Prosper ISD Classic. Moving on to girls basketball, they faced off against Frisco Lone Star on Tuesday and absolutely demolished the Rangers, winning 66-39. The Lady Eagles will face off against the undefeated Boswell Pioneers. They'll face off against them tonight at 6:30 at Boswell. Good luck to the girls basketball team. And before we get to Prosper playoffs, let's talk about Dallas. AT&T Stadium is hosting debatably one of the biggest fights of the year, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. The ex-Disney star will be facing off against the 50-6 Mike Tyson tonight. Tyson and Paul will walk into the ring at 10 p.m. However, coverage of the opening fights will start at 7 at Netflix. And finally, ending off game time is our Prosper Eagle football team, as they're now heading off into the first round of playoffs against the undefeated Coppell Cowboys. This is going to be an intense matchup between the two teams, as Coppell is ranked 3rd in the state of Texas and your Eagles 21st. However, rankings aren't everything. This is going to be a great game, so make sure you don't miss it. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. at Coppell Stadium. However, if you don't want to make the drive down there, this game will be streamed on FanDuel, previously known as Bally Sports. And speaking of the playoffs, Zane Jahangiri takes a look at the Football Ops, a group of students who have an unrepresented value for our mighty Eagles.
As football's regular season comes to a close, our Eagle football team prepares for the playoffs. But some of these students don't play the game, yet they are helping the team.
We're a very big asset to the team, right? We're sort of like the unsung heroes of the football team. Without film, you're really not going to have a good football team. That's how the team improves. Film is like the most important part of football.
And this year, our football team plans on making a deep run into the playoffs, so the need for more preparation and film is more necessary than ever.
We are one of the only schools that has a student-run ops crew, and I think that just really helps the coaches because it helps put some of the pressure off of them. We can kind of take that role on, and we do some of the stuff that normal schools don't have. For the playoffs coming up, we just try to make sure that we get the best film possible for our games, and we also try to make sure that we do what the coaches need us to do as much as possible. We can do anything for them and just make sure that everything's running smoothly.
We come out here every single practice and every single game that we have for sub-varsity and varsity game. We show our sport. It's a great way to get close with the team.
The Football Ops has helped the Eagles reach an 8-2 record in the season and will hopefully help them reach the state championship. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Zane Jahangiri.
The Football Ops will be at the playoff games tonight to ensure a Prosper victory.
Make sure to tune in or we'll see you at the game.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Imogen Perez.
And I'm Callie Swick. Have a great weekend and go Eagles.
Eagles.